Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Domwork, man. And look, I've been seeing a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter wanting to know when I'm gonna drop my build, when I'm gonna talk about the game and things like that. And I swear I tell y'all the same thing every year. But look, when 2K drops, I'm not really in a rush to put out content. And I know the views are high and all that, but if I'm gonna talk about the game, I wanna believe what I'm actually saying. So I like to take my time with the game, give it a few days, get a real feel for what's going on before I start running my mouth about it. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man, my first couple days of 2K24 had me ready to pack it up. And that ain't cause the game is bad or nothing like that, cause I think the game is the greatest 2K I've ever played. But when I tell y'all I was straight ass out here, I mean I couldn't shoot for shit. My boys is hitting me wide open. I'm in the corner bricking. I'm like, yo, I don't know, bro. I'm gonna try switching my controller. I probably made like 10 different jump shots. I tried switching the release timing thing, set point and all that. Still bricking. I'm like, yo, I might really be ass this year. So after I got tired of building houses with all these bricks, I said, yo, look, I'm gonna take my ass to MyCareer and I'm gonna stay in there till I get right. And the main thing for me is getting the shot timing down because as y'all know, it's way stricter this year. And I see a lot of people on Twitter complaining and crying to Mike Wang about the shooting instead of just getting in the lab and putting in some work, learning your timing, finding a good jump shot and things like that. And it's crazy because every single year I see a lot of people talking about, oh, we need a skill gap in the game. But the second y'all feel a challenge or you're struggling a little bit, here you go on Twitter asking Mike Wang to buff shooting or buff something. Like, come on, man. A lot of y'all niggas act like y'all are entitled to being good at 2K, bro. Just because you were good last year doesn't mean you're gonna be good this year. It's a different game. So before you go on Twitter and ask the devs to change stuff and patch this and patch that, give the game some time, get in the lab, practice your jumper, practice your dribble moves, whatever you're struggling with. And I guarantee you're gonna see some results. Cause look, the last thing we need is Mike Wang patching this game up and making it easier for everybody. We online, we competing. So if you don't feel like you can compete right now, well, take your ass to MyCareer like I did and stay in there till you get right. Cause just like anything else, bro, this game is about reps. You gotta get reps in, and the only place where you're gonna get unlimited reps is in MyCareer. But make sure that you're playing on Hall of Fame difficulty too, cause you don't wanna get your timing thrown off by playing on All-Star or Rookie or whatever like that. Then when you come to the rec, y'all gotta remember the rec is on Hall of Fame. So if you practice on Rookie, then you come into the rec where it's on Hall of Fame, the timing's gonna be stricter. So if you're shooting that same timing you're shooting on Rookie, you're gonna be bricking. So that's just my advice, man, for anybody who might be struggling with the shooting out there. But look, I'm gonna get into my build real quick because I had a lot of people hitting me up on Twitter talking about what build I made. And look, I'm gonna tell y'all like I always tell y'all, bro. I'm not saying I got the best build or none of that, because I make my build according to my play style and how I like to play. And what might work for me might not work for you. But if you've been following the channel, man, you know that my game is heavily reliant upon the mid-range. So this is like a Kyrie, Allen Iverson type of build. So you already know that means you're gonna have elite playmaking, elite shooting, and believe it or not, you're gonna have elite finishing too. And if you've been following the channel over the past couple months, you already know this build ain't gonna have no defense on it. So I don't want to see anybody in the comments talking about, yo, this build is trash, it ain't got no defense on it or nothing like that. Because like I always tell y'all, with a build like this, the power that you have on the offensive end makes up for your lack of defense. Because as long as you know what you're doing, you're gonna be really tough to stop on this build. So of course, we're gonna go with a point guard, 6'1" on the height, 160 on the weight, 6'2" on the wingspan. Now when it comes to the finishing on the build, man, if you've been following the channel, you know this is nothing new. I've been doing no drive and dunk builds for like the past 3 2Ks, and even when people said that, you know, the layups are ass and all that, they've been working fine for me, and this year they're even better. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, bro, if you go with a build like this with only driving layup and you're not using the layup timing, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. But as y'all can see, man, with the 91 driving layup, we're getting Hall of Fame floaters, Hall of Fame scoop, gold slithery, all that. So even though this build can't dunk, I really have no fear attacking the rim, bro. It's still an elite finisher. But ultimately, your success at finishing at the rim is gonna come down to, can you pick the right move for the scenario in front of you? So sometimes you're gonna have to use a floater, sometimes you're gonna have to use a scoop, Euro step layup, hop step layup. So all those options, man, they bring a real skill gap to finishing with layups at the rim. Now when it comes to the shooting on the build, again, this is nothing new. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Now I ain't gonna lie, I was about to OD and go with a 99 mid, but I settled for that Hall of Fame midi magician with the 93 midi, and I figured an 86 would be good enough to knock down some occasional threes. And as far as the badges go, as you can see, I got everything I need to be an elite shot creator. So I got my gold blinders, my gold deadeye, Hall of Fame midi magician, space creator, and all that, so I'm good to go. Now when it comes to the playmaking on the build, yeah, I wanted to be an elite ball handler, I wanted to be an elite shot creator and all that, but I also wanted to be able to pass the ball. So I went with the 91 pass accuracy, a 93 ball handle, and a 90 speed with ball. Now the only downside to this setup is that I don't get Hall of Fame speed booster, but instead I get all these passing badges. And like I said, that's just a sacrifice that I was willing to make for my build and my playstyle. So if you want that Hall of Fame speed booster, you can feel free to switch any of these things around. But that's my first build. Y'all already know I'm gonna have mad more builds on the way. But as always, man, I appreciate all the support. Let me know what y'all think about the build in the comments. And if you ain't following me on Twitter, man, be sure to give me a follow over there at BeLikeDom. And y'all already know what it is, man. Stay up, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one.